The channel is going so I can share it.
Hey everybody, we are live. I'm here with Lil Hood. We are live on Facebook, and where else are we live at? And YouTube.
You
On
too.
the
Oh, what's up?
Media Connection page, YouTube page, and the Angel Facebook page. Are we connected on Facebook?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
so,
I'm,
but
I'm a
that's
follow Hood on that.
okay. Well, that's where we're at. That's where we're talking.
Yeah.
Um, So, for everybody who is tuned in, Little Hood and I had been in conversation previously about his amazing book, Not Guilty. And it essentially goes over some incidents that previously happened with him and Mystical back in like 2016, 2017.
Right.
And there's some recent news that came out. So Lil Hood hit and was like, yo, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, it's
So what's
crazy.
going on? What's been going on? Like, what have you been hearing? What's going on for real?
What I heard was, it's his baby mama. That's all I know for real. For real.
Hold on,
It's his
are you
baby
out here
mama.
snitching out, Lil Hood? Are you out here snitching? Like, is anybody supposed to know that it's his baby mama? Because I haven't
I get.
seen that.
No,
None of the news.
nobody know. I'm dropping the exclusives right now. Yeah, it's his baby mama. So he'll be all right. He'll be
So,
all right.
but like, why does this keep happening? Like, if we look at this, like the trajectory of his career from 2003, it first happened. He got locked up for what, 6 years? Yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
locked up for 6 years. Then this last incident was, well, before this one, was an
Mm-hmm.
incident that happened with you.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this weekend, this happened. Like, so why is it just a thing that people just think they can throw out there and be like, and yell rape?
It's Louisiana. It's
So what
Louisiana. It's like Louisiana is a different spot. They're gonna charge you based on what a person say. You ain't gotta do
don't
nothing. They can just say you did. I
so
don't know about this new situation. I don't know what's going on with it, but I can speak on from my eyes. It was just strictly somebody said something and they charge you. You don't need no evidence or nothing. That's just how Louisiana is.
so
I could say that you hit me in my mouth, and as long as I got a busted lip, they're gonna come lock you up. They're gonna give you a big fine. That's just
but
Louisiana.
how long you gonna be locked up for though? Like it don't
Until you
even
pay
matter.
your fine. So you pay your fine. So if you got a assault charge and you're buying $500,000, you're gonna have to pay what 10% of that. I think
Oh,
Louisiana a
you
little bit.
said bond. I'm like, what's
Yeah,
a
your
bond?
bond, your bail, your bail. So it's like if I say you done something, they're gonna lock you up because I said it. So all they need is my word to be admissible, and they're gonna lock you up. And you're gonna have a big fine. So you're gonna either do two things. You're gonna either bail out or you're gonna cop out. Meaning I'm gonna plea out so I can go home or something.
And that's what like y'all did before. Didn't y'all just kind of go along with
Well,
certain charges to take lesser charges or
I did. I went on. I played out, but he all everything was dismissed on his end because he
yeah.
bailed it out. I was still in jail, so I had to bail out to simple kidnapping, whatever that's supposed to be. Ain't nothing simple about kidnapping, you know what I'm saying? But that's how they do you though.
So let's talk a little bit about your case. And we're gonna dive more into this like in our full length interview that we'll be doing with Little Hood on The
Right.
Devil's a Lie. That's going to be coming out next week. But again, we knew this was a good opportunity to kind of toss up what we were going to be talking about, anyways. And it
Hmm.
also has to do with Mystical and being that his current situation is relevant to what our conversation is about, anyways. It was a
Hmm.
natural kind of tie in and really kind of like come out and say, hey, this is what's happening.
Hmm.
So, in the case with you and Mystical, I know that there's still a lot of kind of chatter around like what really happened.
Right.
Some people are familiar with it, some people are not familiar with it. Talk to us a
Hmm.
little bit about like, the nuts and bolts of it. Like, I mean, I could give a brief overview. Y'all met a girl, her boyfriend, girl tucked off, disappeared
Yeah.
from her dude, end up
Yeah.
with you and Mystical. Mystical was like, I wasn't in the room. She was like, guess he was. Her butt was hurting. She was like, I remember him, behind me. Mystical was like, I wasn't even in the room. You're
Yeah.
like,
He
Um,
lied. He lied. You know what I'm saying? And all he had to do was just really tell the truth on that situation. He just, he lied about it, and in a way where when he did that, that's where they took it to another level. He just should have told him what it was.
but see, in instances like that, like when you've lied in the past and it turned
Hmm.
out that, yo, dude, you really were there. Like we got your DNA.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
does it look this go round?
It don't look good at all. Even this situation that's happening right now, this previous situation, none of it look good. It don't, but it don't be what the media make it seem to be though. It be something that's simple. It be so simple, and it don't be no rape, or it don't be nothing like that. It just, it's just how the law is out there. I could just say you did something because I ain't get something out of a certain situation. We could mess around or something like that, and if something go wrong in your way where you probably ain't getting no money, or you getting caught by somebody that you don't want to know, that you don't want to know that we mess around, and guess what? You're gonna do anything to save your situation.
So, what lesson did you learn from all that and being in Louisiana? Because I mean, I feel like you had a lot to lose, and
Never going back. Don't never
you
go
ain't gonna
back.
go back to Louisiana.
Nah, I don't want to go to Mardi Gras or nothing. Louisiana a terrible place. It's a terrible place, and it's crazy that they still allowing people to get away with what they do down there. Especially the court officials, the laws. Like I said, in 2018, they just put a cease to 150 years of injustice, meaning like they was doing something called a 10 to 12 on the jury, meaning 10 people could say you guilty, and 2 people could say you're not guilty, and guess what? You still guilty.
Mm,
And it was only 2 places that was doing that. That was Louisiana and Oregon. They just stopped it in 2018. So picture
wow.
all them people who went to trial for a fair fight, and they ain't get a hung jury or anything. They had to deal with just being guilty because 10 people said it. It wasn't a unanimous decision. All the rest of the states they got unanimous. So I mean everybody got to say, hey, this person's guilty. Not
Yeah.
in Louisiana. Not in Louisiana.
So that's made you like, yeah, no, I ain't going back.
Nah, I can't fight against
You can
that.
afford it.
A person could say anything. Nah, I'm good.
Wow.
Good.
So, how did you find out about Mystical and this last round of things? I know when you hit me and you were like, yo, I ain't got like 200 messages.
I
Like,
found out yesterday before it even hit the fan. I knew what was going on when they told me, and I knew it was gonna hit the fan sooner or later. They called me and they was telling me because I had just talked to them recently about we just booked the show in October 1st in Chicago, so I wanted to get the drop or whatever like that, and we was supposed to make that happen.
mm-hmm,
And when I talked to one of my homeboys who be with him, be driving for him and everything, he was telling me that he was locked up. I couldn't believe it. I was like, huh? Locked up for what? What he told me, I just hurt my feelings.
wait, why hurt your feelings? You ain't
It
been
hurt
here
my
before.
feelings.
You've been here
It hurt my
before.
it hurt my feelings because I know who he is and I know whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a BS, but at the end of the day, it just don't look good. You just 3 of them. So I ain't gonna sit up here and lie like it's all right. Nah, it ain't. Nah, it don't look good. You giving a person the opportunity to be able to say, hey, you did this because you did this 3 times. Like this your track record. So
Is
it
he
just
in?
don't look good.
Is that where he got
It,
locked up, Louisiana?
yeah, he in bad. Yeah, he in Louisiana.
Oh, so
Louisiana.
he learned his lesson. He good being in Louisiana.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I would have been left there.
So I'm gonna ask you a direct, straight question. Do
Okay.
you think that Mystical did this go round?
What? Rape?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't in him. That ain't him. Somebody just know that that's his track record, and they know if they say he did it, it's gonna sound believable. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what happened in this situation. You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But based on who he is, I know who he is. That ain't him. That ain't his character. And he ain't gotta take no cat. I can cuss on her.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say he ain't taking no cat though. That ain't him.
Okay.
I could strongly vouch for that.
I mean, especially if it's who you said it is. That was the part that caught me off guard. Like when you told me, like, yo, like it's his baby mama that's the
Hmm.
one screaming this. Then
Yeah.
that makes it like, well, wait a second. Like,
Baby
but it's
mamas be toxic.
But wait, is he still with her? Because it said
Nah,
robbery. Said
that's just charges. That's they gonna charge you based on their statement. That just was a charge for now, and they gonna always charge you at the highest so they can make you cop out, or that's just their way of doing things. They're gonna give you the highest charge so they can work down from some. Well, hey, look, I'm gonna offer you probation if you take this. Don't nobody want nothing. We don't
yeah.
take charges for stuff we ain't do. You know, we don't take charges for stuff you ain't do. My situation was different. I ain't have a choice. I had a
Well,
three
that's
million
why
dollar.
I was about to go
Yeah,
back there.
yeah. I'm talking about, but I ain't have a choice. I had a $3 million bind. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't giving me a bond reduction. I had to do it to get out of jail. I had to
And
do
then
it to
how
get out of
long were
jail.
you out of jail? Because you end up serving a couple years still.
With that because I was awaiting trial, but they had never taken me to trial. I never even had a court situation. Like every time I go to court, they just reschedule it because they had no evidence on me, none whatsoever.
And that was
So,
kind of the same thing with Mystical, but the DNA situation.
nah, him and the girl messed around, and he just should have told them the truth because everything was consensual.
But I thought you and the girl messed around too.
Nah, nah, nah. I was too loaded. I
What
was
you
too
mean you was
loaded.
too?
I was too loaded. I couldn't.
Oh, you is that what you saying?
Yeah, I was too loaded. It was my birthday. I was too out of that. So yeah,
Oh,
and
so
and
that's
this
what saved you.
yeah. That's what saved me. But see, I ain't never. I've been knowing her for so long. I ain't never think she'd have did me like that. Like,
Uh,
huh? What are you doing? It's me. It's your day one.
and
But
so
it
y'all
is
thought
what it is.
she did it because she didn't want her boyfriend to know that she did whatever with y'all. Well, I guess not with you.
She. I think it was more like this. She was a dancer, popular dancer, and doing what she doing, and she had a duck. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was more like
She
she
had
was
a
just trying
duck.
to save a duck, like a sucker. Like, a lame ass nigga who probably pay her bills, do all this stuff for her, and she wasn't trying to lose that. So she like, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember what happened. Man, keep it real, man. And you my home girl, so I ain't finna let nothing happen to you. But you gotta keep it real though. Gotta keep it real. And
Wow. So
anybody
are
know me,
y'all
they
back
know that.
cool?
Nah, never. You played me. You took me 2 years from my kids for nothing, and that ain't even how I'm coming.
Right.
No. Yeah,
And so because at the time you had just got engaged when all that stuff happened, right?
exactly. Exactly.
So are you and her still together now?
Yeah, I'm married to her. That's my wife now. I was I
Yay.
was I was a little thot trying to be a little thot or whatever at the time, but I shook back like a 4.5.
I'm all about the happy endings and the life lessons being learned because sometimes people don't learn the
Yeah,
lesson and they just keep repeating the cycle. Um,
exactly.
and I feel like even in this situation, even if you're not guilty, even if like why, and maybe to your point, people just feel
Hmm.
like, hey, I know that this is a track record, this gonna mess up everything that you got going. If she
Hmm.
knows that he has shows coming up and he's getting his career back on the right path,
Yeah, I just think it's just all about who he deal with. He just so loving. He a good person. You see what I'm saying? And he'll do anything for anybody. And you put yourself around these people that really don't mean you no good. You're gonna get this every time, especially if they know these the type of charges you had. They know you scared of stuff like that. So I mean, people are evil. I don't know. I can't speak on this situation because I don't know what's going on. But I just know
mhm,
how people are. I know it's evil people out there, and if you got something, you could tell a person yes a million times, and everything be good. But as soon as you say no that one time, they're gonna do the
I was
evilest thing. Yeah, they're gonna do the evilest thing. So it's just me based on me knowing them. And you see what I said in the book. You read the book. I wasn't
mhm,
sugarcoating nothing. I even talked about his flaws. You see what I'm saying? It
mhm.
wasn't like I was trying to paint a perfect picture, like, oh yeah, we're just good people all the way around. Nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. And we might be a lot of things, but ain't nobody finna take no cat. That's the lowest of the lowest. We don't respect that,
Right,
you know.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, any last minute words? Because I want to save some for our interview for the podcast.
Just don't believe everything the media give 'em a shot, see what's going on. Don't just badge them and be like, oh well, he just automatically did it because they said it. They'll say anything, especially if you're not in that area and you don't understand Louisiana. You can't speak on that. because
Right.
it's multiple men and not for stuff they ain't did, and that's the easiest charge to get and the hardest charge to get out of. Anybody can get that. I can go tell somebody this person did something to me. They gonna put a warrant out for you.
Yeah.
We had bonds before we was even in jail. We had bonds
And it was
before we was in
three
jail.
million, $3 million
Three
bonds.
million, $3 million bonds. Yeah, and I ain't never seen $3 million.
Well, you was on your way.
I
You was
was on
on
my
your
way. I
to,
was on my way.
So what's next for you? Like what's I mean, I know this situation, we don't know what this is gonna mean for y'all tours for the fall that y'all were working on. But
Mhm.
outside of this, like what do you have going on? I know we have the book, which I'm going to let's scoot
It's
over a
doing
little
lovely.
this way.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
book going lovely. For sure, for sure. So it's like that's what I'm on. I'm pushing the book. I'm also doing some ghostwriting for major people in different cities. So I do a lot of moving around. They also trying to do a doc series for the book. And after this situation, I know they finna. I know they really gonna want to do it now. It's like, dude, what are you doing? This your third. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people gonna want to know. But it's all about being truthful, being honest, and being real. So it ain't nobody trying to badger nobody. I'm not gonna just crucify that man and just say, oh, he did it because I know who he is. I know what type of person he is. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That ain't him. It's some BS somewhere around there. That ain't him. He gonna run if you give him a notion that it's something like that going on. He gonna run away from you and never talk to you again. Like if you tell him, hey, look, I ain't feeling this, man, you consider yourself blocked. So it's like he careful. It's just it be the ones that's close to him. It
Yeah.
be the
Because the
ones that's
other girl,
close
the
to
last
him.
girl was one of your friends.
Exactly. And he trusts me, so he didn't think I was gonna bring nothing like that around. And I didn't think she was gonna do that. I ain't see that. And the last girl for that on his situation was his hairdresser or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
his
it's like,
hairstyle. Yeah.
yeah. So it's always the people. It ain't like he got a cult full
Some
of
random.
women, and yeah, it ain't nothing like that. It's just somebody doing some evil stuff. You know. And when you in that state, you gonna get messed up. People just got to do research on it for real. You're gonna get messed over if you're in Louisiana and somebody say you done something.
So stay out of Louisiana.
Stay out of Louisiana. Worst place to go when it comes to dealing with the laws.
Wow.
Best parts to play. I mean, best place to party.
Yeah, as long as you ain't trying to do nothing, keep your hands to
But
yourself.
it's just who you are for real. Because you can go out there and do your thing, have fun, whatever. It just you can't be famous doing that. Because people gonna want to take something from you. It's mystical at the end of the day. He was one of the biggest artists in the world. He a legend at the end of the day. So you can't make yourself accessible to roaches. You know, real talk. It's just what it is. Sometimes your baby mama will be a roach if you ain't with her no
Not
more.
the roaches.
Real talk. Yeah, you can't you gotta separate yourself from the roach. For real, especially when you famous and you got money. Because they're gonna
Yeah,
do something to take it from you and they know you weak at. Oh, you got a rape charge anyway, nigga. I put this on you. You see
yeah,
what I'm saying? They gonna
yeah.
believe me. That's just how it goes.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, no, this was good. Like, I'm glad we were able to like set aside some time to make this conversation happen.
absolutely.
Get your
Absolutely.
voice out,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna follow up with our longer interview where we're gonna really dive into the situation
Let's
that
go.
happened in 2016,
Yeah.
2017, and just the trajectory of your career. Because, like, you've been doing so many things.
Absolutely.
You've been through a lot. Like, you've
Absolutely.
been through some stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So to be able to kind of share, how you overcame some of those obstacles and just, even what you're doing today and how your
Mhm.
past has put you in the position to be where you are and to do some of the things that you have coming up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
So
can't
yeah,
wait.
it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
All
Yeah,
right, y'all.
that's the main thing. I just want to tell everybody just don't get too caught up into the charges. See what's going on. Get the facts first. Like I said, this is baby mama. It ain't going. We'll see. We'll see. It ain't
Well,
that serious the way they making it though.
Yes, at least, well, at least right now, for what we know it to be, you
Yeah.
know,
At least
you're
right now. Right. Right.
you're
At
innocent
least right
until
now.
proven guilty. So
I pray he
always,
come out of whatever situation it is. And I hate to say this, but even this morning, from his situation, my little book sales and went up a little bit more. So I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. The truth. So I'm gonna
people
be
want to
truthful and
know.
honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. It's a blessing in disguise for me, but he'll be all right.
he'll be all right.
Especially if he ain't did nothing wrong, he gonna be all right. If he did something
Exactly.
wrong, they need to hang his ass.
Oh
You know
Lord.
what I'm saying? Real tough. But I know that ain't him though.
Well, we gonna pray for him that all it works out the way that it should, and
Yeah,
God willing, he ain't did nothing, and this
he ain't
conversation
did
will
nothing.
end here, and hopefully there'll be no more accusations in the future. But
I pray it's time for him to get married.
I know,
For
I know,
real.
like nigga, you 51. Come on, what we
Yeah,
doing? What we
52. I think. Well, 51, 52. Yep, 51, you right.
doing? Yeah.
He'll be
So
52 September.
yeah. So it's all good. Like
Mhm.
I said, we gonna chat it up tomorrow, and I'm excited. So it'll
Oh
be
yeah,
all.
me too.
It's gonna be fun. So if
Gonna
y'all
be a
have
blessing.
not checked out the book, actually, let me try to put that back up so y'all can see it one last time before we close out. Let me see which way I gotta go. This The name of the book is Not Guilty by Lil Hood. It's an autobiography, essentially like his life. Yes, that's what autobiography is, but it really delves into the situation that he and Mystical faced when they were down in Louisiana back in 2016, 2017. So check
Absolutely.
it out, go grab it. And yeah, we hope that you tune in for our full podcast. It's going to be coming up in a couple days.
Yep,
It'll be available on all of the major podcast platforms, and it'll be a really good conversation. So thanks for tuning in. Any last thing you want to say, Lil Hood?
that's it. Everything gravy, everything good. God is good, man. God first, you hear me?
All the
So,
time.
so,
All
so.
right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Bye.